My name is Michael Cox, and I am on the Healthcare Consumers Board of Directors, and I also volunteer with the Fifth and Hill Neighborhood Rights Campaign. And Jose's already joined me, so tonight it is my pleasure to be able to present the Special Recognition Award to Jose Castillo-Pilcol for his outstanding work with the Fifth and Hill Neighborhood Rights Campaign. Jose joined the campaign in the late summer of 2012 when he came to the University of Illinois for his master's in landscape architecture. He is part of the Action Research Illinois program, and through the program has helped the Fifth and Hill campaign with a lot of different projects. Although Action Research Illinois asked Jose to work with our campaign, Jose was soon going above and beyond the call of duty in his work with the campaign. His respect and affection for the residents, y'all just met a lot of them, and his dedication to the campaign led him to give much more of his time, knowledge, and energy to our efforts than his assignment called for. Jose worked really hard to think about what special skills, knowledge, and resources he had that he could share with the campaign to help the residents advance their goals. In the 2 years that Jose has been with the campaign, he has provided us with tremendous technical expertise that has helped the residents and the campaign become much more sophisticated in addressing issues related to the flooding in the neighborhood, redevelopment of the aforementioned Amarin site and other properties, understanding the complicated process called zoning, as well as giving the campaign a better understanding of planning as it relates to the city of Champaign. At the end of last year, when the city was on the verge of approving a massive apartment development that would include 4 huge buildings on University Avenue and Park Street between 5th and Wright, the proposed Latitude development, Jose helped us understand how the city's plan commission worked and how the proposed development could affect the neighborhood. The neighborhood rose up in opposition to the proposed development, saying that the 2 huge buildings that would be on Park Street would change the single-family character of the neighborhood. Because of the concerns and challenges presented by the residents, the city and the developer held several public meetings, and the community learned about the proposed development. Ultimately, the developer withdrew that application. But recently, the developer, a gentleman by the name of Chase Sorick, asked to meet with resident leaders to see if he could revise his project in a way that would address the residents' concerns. I am pleased to say that the developer has listened to the residents and now has submitted a new proposal that would only involve 2 buildings on University Avenue and none on Park Street. We couldn't have done it without Jose's help and guidance. Because of this kind of technical help, Jose also led another major project that is very special to the residents and that should become a treasure for our community. Jose has led a project to do oral history interviews with residents and former residents of the neighborhood. From these interviews, he has compiled a book that is about the history and the character of this very special neighborhood as told by those residents. This is something that the residents will treasure, and it is a tremendous gift to them and our community. It is not finished yet, but when it is, we'll make a big deal about it, and you'll have a chance to buy a copy of the book. Jose is graduating here in a couple weeks, and since we don't have the money to hire him to keep him around, and quite frankly, he is my favorite Canadian, but we couldn't quite figure out that Canadian dollar versus US dollar thing, so unfortunately, he's probably going to move on to another community where we know he will do excellent work. He certainly will be missed here, not only by us in the Fifth and Hill neighborhood, but anybody that obviously has met him. Jose, we are so grateful for the work you have done for and with the Fifth and Hill Neighborhood Rights Campaign. You have elevated the campaign and taught us all a lot, and given us the gift of the people's history of the neighborhood. For this and more, I am pleased to present you with the Special Recognition Award. Congratulations.